Looking rat bastards in D.C. Yeah, they're really pissed. Yeah, because their cocaine fueled sex orgies. Well, they had to get canceled because one of them blabbed. One of them let the cat out of the bag on that, and boy, he got called to the carpet. Yeah, old McCarthy got him right in there and said, "Hey, you can't be saying that kind of stuff. You're messing it up for the rest of us." Yeah, yeah. An orgy. See, that's what gets their attention. An insurrection, police officers being beaten with flagpoles and maced and tased and all kinds of shit. That don't bother them, but you mess with their sex parties and oh, you've got trouble. Mm-hmm. But have you noticed through the years that Republican shit weasels, they are always fixated on sex. Always fixated on that sex thing. When they went after old Bill Clinton for a consensual blowjob, oh yeah, they just lost their freaking minds. How dare he? How dare he get a blowjob? And then tell a fib about it. Whoop. But that was back when they was telling us it's all about the rule of law. It's the rule of law. You got to uphold the rule of law. Nowadays, now they don't like it holding up law and order. But you can always bet that if sex is going to be involved, yeah, you're going to find a damn Republican around. Like a orange McShickweasel, grabbing women by the undercarriage and walking in on teenage girls changing clothes. Yeah. That's just fine with him. And you remember that old Dennis Hastert, the longest serving Republican Speaker of the House? He went to prison, not for the child sex abuse that he perpetrated, but for paying hush money. And, Matt Gaetz down there, oh, Matty Gaetz is all bummed out because his buddy DeSantis down there, picked a fight with Mickey Mouse. So, Matty Gaetz is not going to be able to take his prom date to Disney World. He's going to have to go to SeaWorld instead. But yeah, that's how they do it over there. They're all about that sex. They'll point at your sexual picadillos, but they'll commit all the shit they want. And you noticed over in Tennessee, they're trying to pass a law over there that's going to take the age requirement for marriage off the books. So it's 17 now. You got to be 17 in Tennessee to get married, but they're going to take that away. You see, they're greasing the skids over in Tennessee for from child rape and sexual abuse. They're going to have 40-year-old men marrying 9-year-old girls. They say, oh, that's just fine. But that's what we get from Republicans, because they can't talk about the economy that, is churning out jobs as fast as they freaking go. Unemployment rate is down below it's been since the 60s. More people are working. Economy's going like gangbusters. They can't talk about that, so they're going to talk about sex stuff. Down in Florida, you can't say gay. You can't say anything to third graders about gender identification. So now you can't say Mr., Mrs., Ma'am, Sir. Yeah, that identifies that gender, and you can't do that in Florida to third graders. It's like, you actually think third graders are going to know what the hell you're talking about? That's what you get when old Republicans, when they say it's not about sex, it's about sex. And they don't like anybody else having sex, but when one of them blabs about their cocaine-fueled sex orgies, then they get called to the carpet. Then they get called up there and say, "Hey, you can't be saying that. You can't be saying that. See, you're interfering with them. They got to have that cocaine and those orgies once in a while. Yeah, fucking Republicans. They're always worried about sex, but it seems like that child sex abuse it's what Republicans do. You know, like old Roy Moore down in Alabama. You know, 30-year-old man out making a pass at a 14-year-old girl, and old Trump endorses him. Said, oh, yeah, you got to have old Roy Moore, you know, the predator, the pervert, but he fits right in with today's Republican Party. That's what they do. Oh, and it just breaks my heart that those damn Republicans can't get their cocaine-fueled sex orgies anymore because one of them blabbed. One of them blabbed, one of them let the cat out the damn bag. Now they're all bummed out. That's how they do it over there. They're perverts. But they think you're a pervert. Yeah, it's like that old thing, you know, that if you call one of them a racist, you're actually being a racist for pointing out their racism. You see, that's what kind of shit we get for thinking over there. Cocaine-fueled sex orgies got put on hold because one of them blabbed.